They'll be calling you a radical. A lot to talk about. Fukushima, Chernobyl, the epic denial, the post-ignorance project. I want to give you guys some update about my activism going forward, what we're going to do, the absolute lies coming out of the UN, beyond lies, the denial. As I stood right here at the Weber State with one of the greatest gatherings of freaking deniers and liars in history, Edward Abbey, who I stood right in this exact same ground, on this spot with many times. Growth for the sake of growth is the ideology of cancer cells. Oh, on Balco. What has happened to this place? I got to tell you guys first before I talk about our website's up now, the Post-Ignorance Project. Eric Jordan built it, that incredible, amazing, world-class graphic designer. And I want to talk about this as far as our group who has developed through the Post-Ignorance Project. We have incredible, I mean the best of the best. We have brilliant doers. And like I said, Eric Jordan, who built this, we're talking one of the greatest graphic designers in the country. You know, his incredible, Lonnie Clark is a genius. These are hard workers. We are serious, going to move culture, do what we do. I want to talk about the epic denial. Yesterday, I have a friend who and I have argued for years. You know, he's more on the conservative side of things and the dogma, and he and I have argued about stair cycle and Bountiful. We've argued about the nuclear fallout. He and I have been friends for years. He, incredible shit. Don't smoke, don't drink, but he's like, oh, you environmental. I like, you live in Bountiful. Come on, stair cycle. The environmental part, we're the cancer capital of the world. Anyway, it's heartbreaking. I really love this guy. He was really one of my great friends. We spent a lot together. I'm like, I haven't seen him for a while. Ran into his friend yesterday. I'm like, where's Wayne? You know, a different Wayne than Freddie. I mean, two of my friends named Wayne that both went recently, and he's like, didn't you hear? And I'm like, oh no, oh no. Brain tumor, boom. What? He says, yeah, he just started walking goofy and everything. He had a tumor in his brain. I want people to understand, he lived next to stair cycle. They burned the encephalitis right there. It's a kill zone. It's the only one stair cycle in there. When I'm in Brooklyn, I'm sitting there doing that one thing. Here comes stair cycle driving right by there. Because Governor Herbie's, I stood right here, Dirty Herbie and all these people. This is epic, hardcore denial. I don't care about your dogma. I really don't care about your dogma. I don't care about your opinions. I don't care about your false equivalency. I care about the reality. The reality is this. The contamination is accumulative. We live in a kill zone. Japan, everybody can talk all they want about Japan. You can talk all you want. We are the kill zone in North America. Fukushima has piled on. The government agencies threw the baby out with the bathwater a long time ago. We don't inspect our food. We've raised the limits. Radionuclide. I mean, this is a cabal of evil. I want to talk about how we're going to go forward and what we're doing. This epic denial. The UN and their lies. Read through the UN report. I want you to read through it. These are the same people that tell you 44 people died. And Alina's story, just passing, the world-class tennis player who was born in Chernobyl. That's the way it works. That's the way this works. This dog and pony show in Utah, they don't care about you. This is the greatest deniers and denial in human history. As we go forward, a couple things. One, I plan on getting up to Canada soon, Vancouver, whatever, but I'm waiting on my passport to be updated. Like I said, our website right there, you can go in there. We're going to, take this to another level. We're going to talk a lot about San Onofre. Now, I want people to know this. On the 27th, Tuesday, Ken's a fraud. I'm here to tell you, he's a fraud. He's funded, we've dug in. Joni Ray, that incredible activist, she's also been invited to speak there. I think anybody either there in Santa Barbara down there, and I'll list the links, whatever, you need to show up. Have your YouTube cameras. And when you talk to Ken, remember his name's on this study, the KOK study. From June of 2011, which was leaked to me and now it's all over out there. It says in this study, this is June of 2011, 25 miles off the coast of Fukushima, 300 meters down in the column, 3 samples taken, one 3 times the background levels of radioisotopes, 250, the other 1,000 times. Ken's name's on this study. So which is it? We know it's pockets. Remember this, if you're in there and you speak, The Pacific Ocean is not a bathtub. Now, I'm going to set up shop in San Diego, it looks like, on the 17th of July for an extended period of time for the USS Reagan. We're going to talk about that. We got some people that are going to join with us, whatever. Now, Joe and all you guys are great activists down there. We're going to really talk, hammer in. You know, I've been speaking with Wasserman's office. I've been speaking with Barbara Boxer's office. Why is San Onofre's PG&E execs not in jail? Why was it pushed under the Patriot Act? Why? I mean, why? Why? They lied to the NRC in public hearings, which is frauds. They're felonies. Why are they not in jail? We want to talk about San Onofre and how the credible group of activists that got San Onofre shut down against all odds. Nobody believed that we could do it. And there's a great, I mean, Gene Stone, Patty Davis, all these incredible activists down there. Look, we need to start talking about this. Now, what I'm going to do, and I'm working on the permits now. Hopefully it'll be, I think it's probably going to be at, I'm not sure which pier we're going to set up on in San Diego. Probably Pacific Beach. We're working on the permits now, but I'm developing a will. You know, I tried to do it for Diablo Canyon. Couldn't get any assistance, nobody to help me, but we're going to do it this time. And it's going to be our will of misfortune. And I'm going to put the will of misfortune on there and let people come up and try to call awareness, and we're just going to draw all 104 nuclear reactors on the will in the United States. Of course, you know, we'll have Chernobyl and Fukushima bigger, and you know, the sun's the answer, which has already happened down there. And we're going to set up my Dogma Burger stand. And my point is this, you know, you talk about my activism. This is very, very real. It doesn't matter if you agree with me. It doesn't matter. I'm not the dogma. I'm not here for false. I don't care. This is about the reality and the truth that Fukushima is mass killing right now in North America. It's bio-killing. I'm living proof. If I'm not living proof that radiation is bio-accumulative, as at my house, my big 30-year-old Austrian tree just died. You know, radiation, we know pine needles hold radiation. The bald eagles died, the grebes died. So many people are dying. The birth defects, the heart attack, the brain. I mean, this is a kill zone. So all these epic deniers, Dirty Herbie, our governor, so many all over North America, you go in denial all you want. Because I see it in our hospital. We're overwhelming. The cancer rates are spiking. By the way, if you live near San Onofre, your statistical chance of dying of cancer is like 16 times higher. That's a kill zone down there. All of it is, these reactors. This is the biggest fraud. And the UN, you got to believe anything those lying fuckers say? Come on. The Post-Ignorance Project is very real. It's like old Dr. Burroughs, a 93-year-old, who is one of my mentors, told me the other day. He says, Kevin, it doesn't matter what people think of you. He says, your intensity, the way you did this, you did it the way you had to do it. You had to do it the way you did it. He put his arm, he says, I'm so proud of you, what you did. He says, hey, it's branded in history that what you did, how you did it, when you did it, as your father being nuked in the Valley test site, then you getting cancer after, you know, not great tragedy, American. I mean, it's so true. And my walk and my survival, it's documented history. I mean, it is what it is in the reality. Just like my friend Wayne. I love that guy. We and him used to discuss, oh, you environmentalists, but I loved him. Just because you don't, it doesn't matter. That's my point about the dogma murderers. Come out of your stigma. Come out of your snuggies. Come out. Right, left, doesn't matter. Anyway, this is a kill zone. Fukushima's killing dramatically. The nuclear cartel. Hopefully I'll be in Germany in October is the big Look, as the economic thesis goes forward, Switzerland and Germany, which always lead the economic thesis forward, they're done with nuclear. They're done because they understand. The risk is so obscene, and it's not economic. I mean, Price Anderson, the United States cartel, it's a power vacuum, it's a threat mechanism, but it's a kill zone. And you guys can go into now, you know, this whole group that we've gathered here right here, so in the New Science and Technology, you know, PU, come on, really? You can't even have these conversations in Utah anymore. Stegner, I stood on that hallowed ground, you know, Edward Abbey. The growth for the sake of growth really is the ideology of cancer cells. That's, I mean, it's so grotesque that we're not addressing this at the root. Byproduct, the #1 industry in Utah and becoming #1 in the world, #1 in the United States very quickly, is cancer treatment. Why are we not addressing this at the core? The post-ignorance project's very real. We have a lot of incredible powerhouses in their field, brilliant geniuses, because, yeah, we're not just, we're keyboard activists. Yeah, that's important, but there's so much more to this dynamic. There's so much more, as we could take these YouTube cameras and we could do what we do, and people could show up and we could expose the lies and the truth that people can't travel, people can see this, and change the way people think and make people understand and get really, I mean, it's a small group of people that are going to change the world. This is such an incredible group that's been developed through my story, as my place in time, getting leukemia, went here, there. Southern California, I've been really hammering at Barbara Boxer's office over and over. We want PG and executives in prison. You know, as we said, we're going to hit the beach, we're going to hit the beach. I kept saying we're going to hit the beach on D-Day last year, and then they come out, oh, San Onofre's closed, because they're afraid of jail. That's why they said we're going to close San Onofre. You know, and it doesn't matter because the spent fuel's on there, and I'll get into that dynamic too. And we're going to start talking about this. We're going to talk about the freaking Marines being nuked to death. You know, my father, San Onofre at Pendleton. We're going to start talking about the bioaccumulative nature in your body. Every single one of you, you can have a bone marrow biopsy. Every one of you. You dig into that bone marrow, it's the only way to tell if you have, and I have multiple of them. They're brutal. Every one of you have the Nevada test site in your body. Every one of you have Chernobyl in your body. And very detectable. Everyone, it's accumulative. As Einstein says, will the human genome keep up? Yeah, multiple generations. But that's my point. By the time the cancer strikes you, boom, it's over, you're dead, it's gone. It's over, it's too late. That's my point. We've got to come out of this dogma, this left-right dynamic, this shit, blue pill, orange pill, you know, you group it together, whatever, and the epic denial. You guys think you're going along, building a career, going to school, building a business, making some money, what? It doesn't matter. I'm here to tell you. The day that I got mowed down for cancer, I mean, it's all over. Your worst nightmare, and that it's happening to, it's going to happen to so many. You know, Governor Herbert and all these, you know, it's grotesque. It's grotesque. Here was the downwinder fight, was right here in Utah. Stegner, ABBEY, Carol Gallagher, everybody for a reason. We can't even have, well, it's like you fought Mike Lee's interview with I. He talks about his father dying so young. Yet, they talk like it's past tense. They may have forgot, but I'm here to fucking tell you. PU's half-life's 24,500 years. It didn't for fucking get, and it's accumulative, and Fukushima is hammering us, not Japan. Don't you understand that? Hello, don't you understand that the wind was blowing out the first 6 days? Day 5, they made the decision to push it into the Pacific Ocean. The energy of Fukushima has been pushed into the Pacific. Fucking, it's here, not Japan. By luck, oh yeah. I mean, if the wind was blowing out, as the NRC themselves. Let's talk about, now Wasserman, I've been working with his office intensely. San Diego County, Barbara Boxer's office, it got pushed underground. The hearings were scheduled for September 28th. That's when I timed my gig in New York City at Megan Rice's father's thing. The Megan Rice thing, it's no coincidence that Megan Rice's sentence was delayed that day. The San Onofre hearings to put them in jail, PG&E's criminal cartel, and the Fukushima hearings were pushed underground under the Patriot Act, which is the Unpatriot Act, which backdoors the Constitution. Look, the United States is a republic with a constitution, but the one thing, without a fourth pillar of media, we've got nothing. You can disagree with me, you can disagree dogma. No, so we're going to set up, we'll get our permits, hopefully on Pacific Beach, one of the piers. We're going to put our wheel of misfortune, we're going to spin it. I think I'm going to get there July 16th, 15th. You know, we're going to stay there for an extended period of time, so you guys down there, you need to work with us. Let's get together. We'll take turns in the Dogma Burger stand, and basically when people come up in their Dogma Burger stand, we're going to offer up information about the truth of the USS Reagan, about the truth of the 8 ships that were in there, the truth. I was there all summer last year for the hearings. I was there I was the only one. I was there. The hearings were last summer. Now the judge moved it because he said it was filed in the wrong jurisdiction, blah, 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 blah. It's outrageous what they did, the fight within, but it's outrageous what's going on. Now, Ken, like I said, oh my God, don't even get me going on that guy. You know, funding. Joni will be there, Ray. She'll handle this. She's very articulate. Her and I is the ones that went into San Onofre and exposed. We're the ones that broke down. We actually, everybody that showed their hair, we're the ones that went to the plant while they were staging the fake freaking workers and did all this. You type in a song to end all song. That's her and I's work together. She's dug in, she read that. Have your YouTube cameras. There's a lot of great activists down there, and the shutting down of San Onofre really is the playbook of how this is going to go down. And we have to change. And the kill zone, you're in denial, and you can stay in denial all you want in your dogma. And you don't have to agree with one word of mine. I told this the way I had to tell it. I had to. It had to be acute. It had to be dramatic. It had to be intense, because that's what it was. That's the way it had to be. The Post-Ignorance Project's very real. Thank you, Eric Jordan. That beautiful freaking design. He's done this all for free. So many people, activists, have joined together in our small little art. It's always a small few group that have really changed the world as far as exposing the lie. And you go along with the UN's fucking dog and pony lie, and the IEA, and the nuclear cartel, Price Anderson, the whole freaking thing, the nuclear weapons, Y12, Megan Rice. You know, some of you guys, get over to the Brooklyn, to the detention center. Come on. You know, do I got to do, I guess I'll do that too. But, oh, I already did. I'll do it again. This is the biggest lie in human history. And like my friend Wayne, who argued, oh, yeah, no. I'm like, come on, Wayne. You know, you live right there in Bountiful, right next. Clyde Cooley died of freaking mad cow, the genius he was. I mean, they're burning the encephalitis right there, the only place in North America. All these places are here because the far right has been captured by their dogma on their sick greed. That's what all the hairspray. I mean, it's pathetic. It is pathetic. So you can dive into your, by the time it hits you, and so somebody says, oh, what's the answer? Well, the fucking answer is simple. Keep your immune system bolstered, fight this back in an intense way, get out in the street, walk, organize, create. Knowledge is power. Post-ignorance, the truth. We have no fourth pillar. To tell the truth is to die. To rob and steal is to be an oligarch god. All your money can't another bit. If you're still going to play, Popism is dead. It died 3/11/11. You want to just go on how big my bank account, and you want to compete in that genre, and that freaking means you're going to lose. It doesn't matter. I'm here to tell you. We're going to organize with this small group, and we're going to freaking take this nuclear cartel apart. And all those people need is the truth. They need the truth that cancer rates are spiking dramatically. Dramatically. The kill zones of all the animals right here and all over are perfectly correlated with the Fukushima plume that hammered over 3 different times, that continues to hammer. And the kelp study by Santa Barbara is a joke. That guy didn't even do proper background. It's pockets. They caught the fish with the 16,000 times. Fish swim. We know that things can make it to the coast within a few days from Japan. It's, of course, you're going to have spots, not, then hot. Of course, it's not a bathtub. But we need to unite, we need to organize. So I'll be in San Diego the 16th, 17th of July for an extended period of time, and we're going to call awareness. We're going to try to get Barbara Boxer's people working with us. We're going to try to do, you know, a seminar with her, with Wasserman, which they both did incredible work. That's how San Onofre went down. And these great activists in Southern California, they need to start speaking out, talking about how we got San Onofre. The great, incredible group of activists that did that. I mean, I've been working on that for years. I kept telling anybody at that hearing, they'll never reopen because they exposed the fraud, and San Diego media started talking about it and everything. I was leaking stuff out from my room. So many people were. You know, Gene Stain, Patty Davis. I mean, you can go on and on and on, these incredible activists that did so much great work. It's important to show that the truth. Simply, that's all we need. The truth. We're on the right side of history. We're doing the right thing, and time and space will look back, but for so many, it's going to be way too late. Because you're in denial, you think it can't happen to you. I'm here to tell you, it's going to happen to you. And your loved ones, we're going to contaminate and kill the unborn. This is the fucking greatest catastrophe in human fucking history ecologically, and you can go on this fucking buying this UN dogma bullshit all you fucking want. Not me. We're going to fight back on this in an intelligent way, in a hard-working way, in a dynamic way, in an economic way. We're going to do what we have to do. Stay in tune.